and welcome YouTube audience to another major solar storm coverage. Uh, Came in a little earlier than expected, moving at about 1,000 kilometers per second. We had some moments of a KP8 or a G4 class geomagnetic storm, so quite significant indeed. So we're going to have two streams going here at the same time. We're going to have this one going, and you can leave comments in either one, but check the channel for the full screen if you're trying to view this in, portrait mode instead of this landscape mode. And I will be right back. Press the share button, tell your friends and foes about the channel, and we'll be talking space weather. So right back here, and we'll also cover some Earth weather. Be right back. All right, everybody. So, like I said, major geomagnetic storm has already arrived, a little ahead of schedule. I don't think anybody forecasted it to arrive as early as it did. So that was interesting. And it's a little on the cool side here in Lehigh Valley, PA right now. So a little bit on the cool side indeed. Now, like I said, we're going to start a second stream. This is only stream 1 of 2. So yeah, we'll have 2 streams going. And let me adjust the lighting. So yeah, it's been an interesting morning already when it comes to space weather. Quite interesting. So we're going to set up a second stream here. Just give me a minute while I get to that. Press the share button, press like, subscribe, and visit the homepage, smashomash.com. You can find us on social media that way. And of course, that way you can help us share the content. We do greatly appreciate that. All right, so let's see. All right, so let us know if you've seen any aurora. Let us know in the comments. And the best place to share those is on Twitter. There is a great space weather Twitter sphere, the Twitter sphere for space weather. So join us over there at SmashoMash. If you put up photos or videos of the aurora, just tag us in the post and we will press share. Whether anybody will see the tweets or not might be another story, but hey, what can you do? All right, so here's some solar imagery real quick. We're going to let the GOES 19 run through. And actually, let's bring up the latest image so I can use it as the thumbnail for the screen. I mean, for the other stream, rather. So we still do have a very high potential for large solar flares, which is always nice. We're always delighted to hear that. And one more browser, and we'll have the other stream going here momentarily. So you can find them both at youtube.com/smashomash. Should be finding two streams there. And feel free to comment on either one or neither. It doesn't hurt my feelings. All right, so what do you got? What do you got? Well, what you got is some cold temperatures and some big time space weather. So yeah, and by the way, if you want to name solar filaments, the place to do that is indeed on X. Just include the hashtag name that filament, and we will share that as well. No filaments currently named, but the last one was good. It did strike Earth, so that was the Sarahuzial filament. The heck? All right, give that a minute to load. And it's taken forever. Maybe I can get a better view from Helio Viewer anyway. And this does take longer to refresh now, folks, and that is because it's showing 12 hours now instead of only 2.5 hours. It would be nice if it would play, but you can't expect miracles. You can't expect miracles, and you can't expect software to function. That's a big ask in 2026, right? Software that functions. Nothing in the skies, Mike. I mean, really? Because auroras, I saw photos of aurora as far south as Iowa. So is it maybe that you just haven't got clear skies overhead or something like that? All right. So, yeah, we're going to talk space weather like we normally do. Hey, check it out. There's a crown prominence at the southern polar region just recently, right in here, past few hours, starting around 8 o'clock this morning. So there you go, a crown prominence at the south and at the north in the past week. These are the features of solar maximum. And great, the Windows PC has now been disconnected from the internet. So we're just going to keep running this stream, and the other stream will be delayed indefinitely. So now we can talk about whatever you like, because we're going to have to wait forever for the computer to reboot, because Microsoft. So folks, let's talk about AI. We're going to have an AI utopia, so say a bunch of people who can't seem to tell the truth. But we're going to have an AI utopia. Don't worry, folks. It'll happen sometime after the wizards, the pioneers of AI, are able to create a bug-free smartphone app. Maybe at some point after that, the computer has reconnected to the internet. So how great is that? So reboot delayed indefinitely. So we're going to start the concurrent stream then. How exciting. How exciting. So yeah, major geomagnetic storm coverage. If you're in the part of the U.S. that's not lit yet, you may see some aurora in the pre-dawn moments. We saw the KP index get all the way to KP8, and the magnetic field of the solar wind was all the way up to over 90 nanotesla. So yesterday morning it was like 6 nanotesla. This morning it was 90 nanotesla. So keep in mind that's still a really weak field. It's not like your fridge magnet or something like that, but it is a really big field because it's a huge cloud of solar plasma that is responsible for that electric current and magnetic field. Because moving charged particles constitute a current. So anyway, we're going to start this other live stream here. Everything looks good. Let's get rid of the red light. There we go. All right. So yeah, if you're viewing on like a television or something like that, and you don't want the portrait view, you're going to have a full screen view, and it's going to look better. I mean, we have it set up so we can show two or one window at the same time. All right, let's see. Oh, it lost all of my info. I've got to reset up the stream because reasons. It's fun. Hey, why do anything on a computer once when you can do it twice or 6 times? You know, that's the standard. That's 2026, right? That's how software functions in 2026. The wizards of AI are going to create a utopia and a bug-free app one of these decades. I mean, seriously, folks, like, what is up with that? It is ridiculous out there. There's not one, like, the Apple Store. Maybe it's better than the Google Store, but I mean, talk about junkware. Like, wow. All right, so we'll have the stream set up momentarily. It's fun. It's fun. Like, computers are supposed to make us more productive, and here's the problem in the past decade, since 2014 at the very latest, the success of software was measured on engagement, not productivity. So basically, if the apps and devices make you less productive because you waste more time on them, that's a good thing, according to Meta and all of the other social media organizations. It's pretty berserk. Because computers are designed to, make our lives easier. Like, no gamer finds any of this acceptable. So yeah, what a joke. Just wasting hundreds of billions of dollars on unnecessary AI compute because, we got to race China or something. We got to race somebody. It's a race to the finish. The finish of a solution in search of a problem, AI, a solution in search of a problem. And the solutions don't work. So that's great moves, guys. Yeah, the pioneers of AI. Thanks, Sundar and Elon Musk and Sam Altman and Tim Cook. Thanks for all the AI, bros. It's software almost functions now. Almost. Not quite, but almost. Yeah. Fine job. A fine job. All right, so what are we going to call the stream? Earth is Kaplastered by major solar storm. Hashtag solar storm. Stream 2 of 2. Perfect. Okay. Almost there, folks. Just bear with me because this is a good one. I mean, it's not surprisingly, perhaps, yesterday's stream and other videos got less views than the channel normally gets. Isn't that incredible? Like, a lot less. I'm talking 90% less views yesterday. It's almost like information is intentionally suppressed and fraud is intentionally promoted. Let us know in the comments if you've noted any fraud that's promoted to the tune of trillions of dollars. Huh? Hmm? But yeah, follow us on X if you want to name filaments after living humans. Whether they're brain dead or not might be another story. But yeah. All right, so here goes the other stream. We're just going to start that now. And this way I can stay on this camera and not have to film the screen. How do you like that? That's pretty cool, right? All righty. All right, so we don't have Opera running. Why isn't Opera running? Because reasons. All right, there we go. Here's the latest image of the closest star. There's the 171 angstroms gorgeous view from helioviewer.org. We'll reanimate this southern crown prominence over here on the other side. All right, and yeah, so that's... Let us know if you like the new setup. And of course, leave us a comment. I just have the earphones on so I can hear if any windows start playing sound or something like that. All right, so we are ready to go here with the standard everyday space weather. So let's do it. First of all, let's take a look at 304 angstroms, the latest image from SDO. Interesting. So, all right, there's the newest image from SDO. And like we said yesterday, these two active sunspots that are right in the Earth-facing zone, they have interacting plasma filaments. So it may not be as obvious in that wavelength. 131 will probably show it. There you go. You can see these filaments are stretching all the way across the solar equator here. So, I mean, that's a big deal because, you know, that means the anchoring of the one filament relies on the anchoring of the other filament to stay in place, because these are not just stationary objects. You know, there's a lot of magnetic field and electric current and flowing electrons and all kinds of funky stuff like nuclear fusion going on around there. So it's a busy area in a plasma filament. And you know, that's why when you have sunspots that are 100,000 kilometers apart from each other that are sharing plasma filaments, if the one sunspot degrades or grows or flares, then that can cause the anchor point on the other active region to blast off. It can cause the filament to become even more unstable than it is, you know, in its regular old everyday filamentary state. So anyway, and here's the 4-bush minimum that we talked about. I'm going to switch these windows around so that I can show the portrait mode screen as well. Just bear with me a minute here. It's well worth the wait because there's plenty to check out today. All right, that should still be running. Let's just make sure. Yep, that's still animated. All right, perfect. Yeah, so we have this spectacular 2-screen mode now. And let me just monitor that stream as well. That way I can see the chats in this stream as well as in the one on the computer, if that makes sense. Yeah. This is what the other one looks like, by the way. So if you're seeing that, that's the concurrent stream, because it gives us more capabilities. All right, so, and by the way, thanks to everybody who's tuned in. Congratulations on realizing the channel exists, something I say practically every day. There we go. Now the other stream is active. All right, perfect. So yeah, like I said, this is what it's going to look like. You see these sort of the SNN logo and then two different browser windows, and then I'm in the lower right. That's the concurrent stream. Um, yeah. So I like this format. It enables us to use the full capabilities of the studio as well as put out this video in this mode. This one has a Moravian star as a thumbnail, and the other one has an image from the GOES 19, the Southern Crown Prominence, as the... Oh my gosh, mute, you son of a piece of Jeez. You know, why click a thing, folks, when you can click it once, when you can click it twice, or 3 times, or 8 times? Like, why not? Why not? So, yeah, now, we've been forecasting another 4-bush minimum. 4-bush minimum is when you see cosmic ray flux drop really low as a result of incoming solar plasma. So here's a great example of it. You can see this huge dip, late last night into early this morning at the Olu neutron monitor. So that's called a 4-bush minimum. And yeah, that is what happens. And there you can see that similarly shown as forecasted at DOMC and DOMB Antarctica. A huge dip in cosmic ray flux. And to continue on here, there's one of our cosmic ray producers. We'll skip that for today and not worry about Cygnus X3. Now, it looked like yesterday there were more CMEs that were about to blast off. It doesn't look like University of Reading agrees, but essentially we could see today's CME impacts just last a really because there were it wasn't just one event. So we had that long duration X 1.99 class solar flare, and that was the moment that most of the material blasted off, but a bunch of additional material followed that. So this particular animation, I don't know, this might be dated. Let me just press refresh just to make sure that we have the latest from University Reading. So yeah, there's that Hux forecast, and you can see there is a couple of coronal hole high-speed streams there associated with this. Did it really form into a co-interacting region? Not so much. I don't think so. All right, let me put the home page in the chat here. Man, oh man, YouTube's settings are so busted, folks. If they're a pioneer in AI, I would hate to see the laggards. If Google is a pioneer in AI, I would hate to see the laggards, because it is barely functional, folks. I mean, you should definitely start a YouTube channel if you don't already have one. It's one of the keys to the future. I won't explain why in this video, because this is daily space and Earth weather content, but yeah, you should definitely start a YouTube channel. There's something that somebody wants to see, and since you aren't AI slop, it's appropriate for you to put up content, like literally anything besides AI slop, and anything at all besides AI slop. Let us know in the comments what your favorite social media is, or if you've unplugged from that completely because it's so pathetic and broken. I have a new favorite social media, but I'm not even going to divulge that unless somebody asks, because nobody gives a f about it. Nobody gives a f, nor should they, because it is ridiculous. I mean, everything is misnamed. Everything is misnamed. Social media is not social in the slightest. And AI is not intelligent in the slightest. Peace is derived through war. Like everything is misnamed. Everything is misnamed. It's it's pretty ridiculous. Pretty ridiculous. I mean, smartphones? Yeah, those things are real smart, aren't they? Show me one that has bug-free apps on it. I defy you. All right, anyway, I'm just getting those comments in here. Keep in mind it takes a little longer to do this when I'm running two streams at the same time. All right, there we go. We've got pop-out chats for both. Perfect. And thanks for tuning in to the Smash News Network, least busted name in news. Let's put up a different view here of the GOES 19 SUVI. Let's put up 94 angstroms. That's a better wavelength at showing flares for those. The landscape mode stream. And for those viewing either or, there is a concurrent stream running right now, which is going to show 94 angstroms above my head, and the browser that we usually video with the phone, like this one over here on screen left. All right, so that's what's going on. Let's continue on here as we've got plenty to cover. We'll let you know what's going on with things like the solar wind. And like I said, the solar wind, when the CME first struck, it got up to about 90 nanotesla with a B of positive 59. So that was not enough to prevent aurora, but it was a very sputtering and sporadic aurora because the BZ was not negative. Now the BZ has turned negative a few times over here. That's the vertical component of the magnetic field. A negative BZ interacts more conducive to induce current in the Earth's system. So when the first strike happened, we also saw the solar wind go up to nearly 1,200 kilometers per second. That's over 2 million miles an hour if you're counting. There's a reading at 1178. So, and it's still very fast. That is the CME associated with that X 1.99 class solar flare. It's still at 938 kilometers per second. So we still are in a major geomagnetic storm condition here, although the BZ is now trending back up toward positive. So that's not going to stop the aurora, though, with a speed this high and a density at 3.4 protons per cubic centimeter. Expect aurora to continue for a solid, another 12 hours, maybe? 12 more hours, I'd say. Now, keep in mind, folks, the solar wind is measured way out here at Lagrangian point 1, outside of Earth's magnetosphere, because we can't measure it from inside the Earth's magnetosphere, because Earth's magnetosphere affects the particles and the fields and the phi angle. Space Weather Enthusiast dashboard here is expecting geomagnetic storm conditions to continue into the morning tomorrow. So still expecting at least geomagnetic unrest till around midday tomorrow. That's tomorrow, Wednesday, January 21st. Going on, but we're going to cover things like the radial flux and sunspot number. Radial flux has come down, so sunspots have probably degraded, or at least had a little bit less of a propensity to flare. 10.7 centimeter radial flux now at 170 100 something 173 solar flux units, or SFU. Sunspot number here. All right, I guess sunspots didn't degrade since sunspot number continues to rise. How about them apples? Sunspot number here at 177. 177 sunspots. So that's quite a lot of sunspots. Now we'll consult some coronagraphs to see if any new CMEs are on the way, and don't be surprised if there are. So here is our GOES 19 coronagraph. It also shows Venus and Mercury and Mars. They're all on the other side of the sun. So here's yesterday, here's today. And frankly, I don't really know. I don't know if it doesn't look like so I don't know. You tell me if you think you see more Earth-directed CMEs on there. It's pretty tough at this point to tell, but it might be better to view stereo A. So let's try that. What in the heck did I click on? Dude, what is up with this? My God. Like, I'm so fed up with software, folks, and I have taste when it comes to software. Oh, here we go. Now OBS is disconnecting. Still running. And the other stream is, yay, we're back. We're back, sort of. I mean, something may work. Who knows? It's fully ridiculous, folks. It's the state of affairs with software is by far the most pathetic throughout my life. I mean, it's like the state of affairs with cultists. We've got more cultists than we've ever had in the history of mankind. More access to information and less understanding of information. Like, it's a little disturbing, frankly. So here's stereo A, and it's got a bunch of missing data, so that's looking a little bit on the worthless side. Yeah, just a few frames here, and so that doesn't help in any way. Oh, now it looks like one stream is Oh, hey, we're back on the one stream now. Yay! Running two streams is fun, folks. You should definitely try it if you if you run a YouTube channel. It totally won't turn into wrist slit material. I swear, I swear. All right, so let's see. Oh, it turns out there is data there. It's like maybe the internet's going to crash. I don't know. That would be a thing. It doesn't look like there's really any new ejecta. But there is a constant stream there, so I don't know. I mean, I think we're going to continue to see geomagnetic storm conditions here for an extended period of time. It could last another like solid day, but I'd say at least 12 hours. And now we've got a blank screen, so I'll flip the camera back around. Oh, hey, and the one stream is once again disconnected. So it's a blast, folks. It's a delight. It's a delight. Good day, Leanne Cooper-Z4K. Hey, there's a site that can't be reached. Isn't that fun? It's not fun. It's irritating. Sites are probably down because there's just too much traffic on them. Maybe we can show you any data. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, we certainly have plenty of bandwidth because we use Verizon Fios, and our upload and download speeds are like 400 megs. Can't really do much more than that, folks. You got fiber that goes straight from the pole to the freaking interior. I mean, what? What a joke. Anyway, the Microsoft PC is now disconnected from the internet. So enjoy the space weather. I'm going to end this stream before I start driving nails through processors. So anyway, see you next time. Hopefully the junkware infested devices that you use are creating a wonderful, amazing AI utopia for you. So enjoy that. And again, if you do see mid-latitude aurora or aurora anywhere, share it with us on social media, and we might even show that, you know, your aurora photos and or videos on the channel. So, yeah, you can find us on the homepage, smashomash.com. See you soon. Congratulations on realizing the channel exists. May the solar wind be at your back and the junkware. The junkware not existent. It should be erased. Bye.